One time my ex almost killed me. Not sure if it was on purpose or if his temper just got the best of him, but we had gotten into an argument, and the dumbest part of all of this is that the argument was about like religion, spirituality, and he was getting escalated. It was like just feeling intense where I was like, I don't really want to be having this conversation. I don't, oh, there's a crab. All right, commercial break. I get in my car to leave. I get on the highway. He had gotten in his car and he's following me. I'm now like on the highway driving 65 miles an hour, and he had been calling me repeatedly. I'm not answering. He pulls his car up next to me, holds up his phone, and points at me and says, "You answer your phone." And I kind of just like look back at the road because I'm kind of freaked out. He starts honking his horn and he's like, "Answer your phone." And I'm like, "No." And he starts like honking his horn. He throws his phone and starts coming into my lane to the point that like there's no room left for me in my lane. I have to start driving off into like the side of the highway that's like not even the outer road, because this is like country highway, so it's like not paved. It's like there's gravel, there's a little bit of asphalt, there's like a dead armadillo, you know. So I'm like over in the side lane, and good luck have it, my car at that moment dies, and I'm like FML. And so my car comes to a creeping halt, and he like pulls behind me, and he opens his door and starts to get out, and then a random stranger car, we're going to call them like the Good Samaritan car, pulls over behind him. So there's my car, my ex's car, Good Samaritan car. So my ex puts his foot back in, closes the door, and sits there, and I'm like in a horror movie going like, come on, come on, come on, trying to get my car to start. And so it finally like rolls over, kicks, whatever you call that. It starts. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I get back on the highway and I just start driving. And this happens 3 or 4 or 5 times. Same deal, where he just tells me like, answer your phone. And when I say I'm not going to, he starts driving into my lane and I have to pull over. This makes it so much stupider and so much worse. I kept driving until, because it was Sunday and he was supposed to be coming to church with me. And so I kept driving until I got to church, get in the parking lot, pulls up next to me, and then he just acts like nothing happens. And we like walk inside. It was very awkward because the sermon was like on basically some of these disagreements that we were talking about. And I was just like, oh God. And then so like when we left there, he was not very happy. It was not a very good day. It was not a very good night. It was honestly quite terrible. I don't know who the Good Samaritan car was. I mean, I'm assuming like they saw it all and was just trying to like be there to neutralize the situation, and like thank God. But I don't really know what my ex's thought was in that, because I'm like, what are you doing? What, you're gonna like push me off the highway, then make sure I'm fine? Like I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess you can't reason with unreasonable people, but at the time, like I never said anything to anybody. I never told anybody. I never like, because I just didn't have good boundaries. I was just so used to, at that point in my life, men making decisions for me that affected my safety, and that being normal, that was in somebody else's control and not my control. You live, you learn. I mean, hopefully you learn. Oh, bad joke, sorry. Anyways, you live, you learn, you hopefully set better boundaries and date better people. I don't know. I don't even know how you end this story.